Oh no, as Phish makes their annual trip to Commerce City along with thousands of their fans, it reaches the point of the year where we know Summer Tour is officially over. Although this feels like it's a little bit separated for Summer Tour. And then this year we get shows in October. Some years we do, some years we don't. Sometimes there's that gap all the way till New Year's Eve. No fall, nothing. So I thought this year, and this year more so than any time on this channel, I always pick up some subscribers whenever there's a tour, big run or something. But not only new to the channel, but also new to the band, which is kind of cool. Always welcomed here. I know sometimes on the internet, if you're a new fan, you maybe just sort of feel like, there's this click here, this click there. I don't know. Everybody's kind of welcomed here. If you feel like I'm, kind of hitting on you when I'm feel like attacking you and the songs you like, yeah, it's all right, man. It happens. I once was a fan of Character Zero and Julius and Possum. Well, I don't know if I ever liked Possum. Yeah, I probably did. All right, so let's go all the way back to 2011 for the people that are new to the band. Maybe you haven't done your history, and this isn't, a complete history or anything, just kind of running through year by year, and it does seem like kind of, binging the shows this year, listening to some stuff, looking at all the set list, and it's excellent that they're all on Live Phish. So going all the way back to 2011, they didn't necessarily spell something this year, but night one had the show where they just had every single song started with the letter S. And they didn't cheap out and just do like 5 or 6 song sets. I mean, it was a lot of songs that started with the letter S. Stash, Sand, Simple, probably some of the highlights, maybe Steam for others. Night two, a bit of a trend. A lot of years, night two, not that great. Night three had a big Piper and Jen, probably the highlights of that night. So 2011, you had the All S show, and then you had the Piper and Jen closing it out night three. 2012, the infamous Fuck Your Face show, spelling that all the way out, and then ending it with the song. That was night one again. Again, night two, not a whole lot to be talked about. Also an Undermine and a Jen. Night two did have the mics with a no quarter. And then the Fuck Your Face night had the Undermine and Runaway Jim. Two excellent ones, really. Two all-timers for both songs. Maybe not Runaway Jim. It's had a lot of great ones. Night three had a big Sand. A lot of Sands every year at Dick's. Maybe a song that they've played every single year there. I think I'd have to go back and look. I believe last year I did. So I'll have to go back and look at that, actually. Last year we had a delay. All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Why are we fast forwarding to last year? Let's go to 2013. This was the year most shows spell something. Went in reverse order. Night one again. And then this was the year, maybe night two was the best night two of any Dick's run. 2013 it was. And then night three had a little bit of an off night. Usually the third night, always the best. Nah, not always. Those night ones were pretty cool. Night 2014, really the only note I took here was the night one, the year they spelled Lushington. Maybe one of the least preferred, lowest ranked runs at Dick's. Starting in 2011, you only missed 2020. 2014, the Lushington thing was cool. Little inside joke. It was voted the number one song. Again, that was also a joke. And they spelled it out that year with the set list. In 2015, the final year of spelling things, they did it with a crazy encore, spelling thank you, night number three. Night number one had a pretty cool second set. There was a huge Mercury on night two. 2016, night three again being the best. The first set of night one of the first best sets, one of the best first sets of any Dick's runs, I would say. Maybe one of the best sets, period, from night one, set one, 2016. 2017, this is where we started to get very, very jammy at Dick's. There was always that song or two. But these nights, we started shrinking the sets a little bit, getting down into 5 and 6 songs in some cases. Night 1 and 2 specifically very jammy. Night 3 had a Down with Disease and a Light. Light's another one that appeared a lot at Dick's. 2018, night 1, set 1, again very good, very jammy. Had a Hood and a Ghost early in the first set. Second set, had a Major Carini. What was the night? That was not the Carini that ended. One of these years had a Carini that ended a first set. That was not it. But again, 2018 also very jammy. 2019, that was the year the Prairie Dogs had been tested positive for the plague. Little did we know, just a few months later, there would be another sort of plague, I guess. Not a plague, but a pandemic. And then we got Mercury. Oh no, I said the P word. I think hopefully it's so deep in the video. It's so weird on YouTube anymore, man. Your video's got to go through this whole. You got to jump through all these hoops when you say the P word. Anyway, so the plague dog struck. Night 3 was the best, like most nights in 2019. 2021, after a great summer, being off, a lot of dullards want to label this 4.0, which is not the case. Bunch of nonsense. So they take a little time off because of the pandemic, and then in 21, after a great summer, they kind of laid an egg at Dick's. Night 1 did have a cool Carini, again, like all years. Not all years, most years. Night 3, again, the banger, the Bangor. And then last year, 2022, we had one night cut short. Supposed to be our first 4 nights at Dick's, and then one night was cut short, a little delay by the thunderstorm, and got a long 2-hour set. And that was about it. That was just last year, man. And I started running out of steam by the time we got to 2022. And I'm not a big fan, but it did seem like steam popped up a lot over the years at Dick's. All right, so maybe my favorite year overall. I like that 2018-ish, the 17. You know, I know 13 was a very good year. It seemed like 11, 12, and 13, the first 3 years, although those weren't the greatest years of Phish. They did pull it together at Dick's. I liked 17 and 18. 21, maybe my least favorite. All right, so the thank you thing was cool. Mercury's had a big career at Dick's. Undermine. Maybe we can get another one. And we're closing the pay. That 21, just a lot of songs that people really weren't into, you know, getting played. All right, boom, we're out of here. So if you're kind of new to the band and you didn't know any of that stuff, cool. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. You'll learn as you go. Boom. I'm F Zappa 20. I recap shows and do other things on this channel. Thanks for subscribing.